Hi, welcome to Just Be Creative, and today we're just redoing background draw. We're going to be doing the background today, which we're going to be working on this whole this whole area, and then fill the volume so you can hear me better. Let me just adjust the volume. There we go. You can hear me a lot better now. So anyway, what have I been up to lately? Well, I've been up to a lot lately. I was dealing with the family situation, so, it was that, and I was dealing with a lot in the family, so, that's what I've been up to lately. So, now I've got some good news. I recently hit 90 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which is really cool. Let me turn the camera. There we go. So when the timer beeps, I know we're done. So anyway, it was really cool that I've hit 90 subscribers. I want to thank you guys personally for your help. So thank you. And I want to thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. From where I started at, I can't believe how far I've come. It's incredible to me. So let me just do the detail here. Yeah, I'm gonna use the fan brush. Oops, wrong color. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Wrong color. I'm going to use black. Because I use black for the background, so I'm going to use black for the roof of this house. Now I'm already using like a teal kind of color, so you can see for yourself. Let me just make the roof. And I'm not going to do a perfect roof. I'm just going to do like a weird roof. There we go. And we'll do the roof back. We'll do the inside of the roof. But I want to do this. Okay. So we're going to do the inside of the roof now. And I want to use a different color. So I'm going to use a different color for this roof area. So what have I been up to lately? Well, I've been working on projects, working my butt off, Yeah, because I live in Florida. And it has been hot lately. I mean, living in Florida, you would think I'm used to hot weather, but it has been really hot, especially for my dog. Oh, and by the way, I have a dog now. Her name is Princess Leia. She's a really sweet dog. She's a Chihuahua mix. She's a really cute little dog. And I named her Princess Leia. I know. I named her for Star Wars. Kim's character, so, I've always had the name Princess Leia. Pretty sweet name. So I'm just gonna do I was gonna put I was gonna put a tree like right here, but I think it would look with the mountain instead. I think I'll just put a mini tree right here. Yeah, that'll look better. Because this is a neighborhood drawing, and I want to draw a neighborhood. I want to make it look like a neighborhood, like somewhere you could go to, Like, hey, we're gonna go to this place, I'm trying to make people laugh. Now, I'm gonna talk a bit about my neighborhood where I grew up. Now, I grew up in Green Acres, that's in Florida. That's a part of Florida. It's like a small little neighborhood community. Now, every neighbor there knows your family and knows who you are. Because my family has been in Florida for many, many years. Because my mom immigrated here from Cuba when she was 5, and my grandfather came to America for for religious freedom, you know, because in Cuba you don't really have much freedom, as my grandfather said anyway. Because some of the stories he told me were like, you know, were like Cuba has spies everywhere, like Now, of course, when I look at the history of Cuban Americans in America, when I look at the history, it was really bad, because most Cubans in America had to do the worst jobs, because Americans wouldn't do the worst jobs. Me personally, I admire my grandfather. You know, he was a very good man. Even though he was so supportive of me and, you know, cared about me very much, my grandfather was a very kind man. I can tell you that much. Although to his kids, he was, you know, their father, and they're very strict. But when I look at the history of Cuban Americans, you kind of had to be kind of strict, because back then, you know, you had to be strict for your kids. Not like now. I mean, kids today go online. They go on websites. You don't know what they're watching, what they're looking at. As for me, my YouTube channel was all about being positive, all focusing on positivity and possibilities. That's what I like to focus on. I don't focus on the past. I focus on positivity, you know? That's the main thing I like to focus on. Positivity. Because you know what positivity brings? Positivity. And that's so needed in today's world. With everything that's been going on, you know? People need positivity, you know? It's important. And it's essential to life. So there's a tree. I'm gonna do it. Hey, that's a pretty cool tree. I mean, it looks bad, but it's kind of cool. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So I'm just gonna do the mountain now. So I've already done the tree. Don't worry about the grass. I'll fix that one. I'll fix it in the next video. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Positivity is sorely needed in this world, especially nowadays. You know? Because in my experience, what I've seen from my own personal experience, you know, people would hold on. I didn't want to do that. From my experience, what I've seen is basically, look, I'm physically disabled, right? So being in a wheelchair, it's difficult for me to, you know, get around. And being in a wheelchair, it's difficult for me to, you know, get certain things. People tend to ignore you when you're in a wheelchair. I mean, not me personally. I've felt experience only a couple times in school, like from a teacher, or from, you know, but not from my family, you know. My family was very supportive, especially my sisters. You know, I love my sisters very much. They're awesome. And my mom, she's awesome too. She's one of the most awesome people you will ever meet. Trust me. I'm not saying that because of my son. I'm saying that because it's true. She's one of the awesomest people you will ever meet. Seriously. My mom's awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna draw a mountain now. And the way I draw a mountain is I go up, and I make a curve, and then I go down, and then I go across. And don't worry, I will fill it in, so don't worry. And now I'm gonna take the fan brush and I'm gonna make it look more, yeah, it's looking more natural now. I mean, it looks weird, but it looks. I think it looks kind of cool. I like it. I really like it. You know, mountains are difficult to draw sometimes. I mean, yeah, you could use a triangle to make a mountain, but that would look boring. You know, because people need to make unique stuff. People don't even make unique stuff anymore. It's all basically the same. I mean, you look at cell phones. They don't look different. I mean, what if you can make a cell phone design out of a banana? That'd be kind of cool. I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to do much with a smart cell phone that looks like a banana, but it would look kind of cool. And it'd be pretty cool to look unique. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, uniqueness is important in this world. Being unique is special. I think. I tell my nephew all the time, don't be like me, be like you. You know? I tell my nephews all the time, don't be like me, be like you. Yeah. And that's more important. You know? Because when you think about it, uniqueness is very important in today's world. You know what I mean? If you do, let me know in the comments, okay? And again, sorry about the title, I just couldn't come up with anything. Darn it. Hold on. Here we go. They have to do. And what else? I looked at the history. Look up at history. You could learn something. My old teacher used to say, if you learn from history, you can learn a lot from it. Pretty wise old man. Now I love using blue for base color. It's such a common color, you know what I mean? Let me see, I want to go around the edge. I want to go around the edge, but I want to make it sure it looks cool. I want my drawing to look